holy shit, guys. I had the most insane weekend. Like, it really was supposed to be, I go out of town for, like, basically 48 hours exactly. You fly out Friday morning. My flight was at the butt crack of dawn, 6 a.m. You land. I went to Minnesota for my cousin's wedding. Yo, congrats, cousin. It was a beautiful wedding, even though it rained the fuck everywhere.
Congrats,
Um,
cousin Beth.
yeah, congrats, my cousin. Um, so, um, whatever. And then we fly home Sunday morning, also at fucking 7 a.m. So we were like, okay, it won't be that bad. So fly out, we land in Minneapolis, we go to the Mall of America. It's a great time. We have a good time in the Mall of America. We wandered around. We didn't see all of it. There's an amusement park in there. It's insane. I had a pretzel. There was like a cream puff place. Just amazing time. Then we get in the rental car, which let me tell you about this rental car experience. So you're supposed to be able to exit the airport, go to your rental car place, and it will just say your name on a board, the car number that is assigned to you, and then you can just go drive the car and leave. There was a line, like a 15-minute line, out through the rental car place because they all broke. And that's fine. I totally understand like system errors. So whatever, we wait in the line, we get to the front, we get our car number, we go. Except there's absolutely no car in our car spot. So we're like, what the fuck? Okay. So then we go back to wait in the 15-minute line again, and my dad's getting really mad. And we finally get the car number. We go get the car, we drive up to the house, whatever, we have a great time. We go out to lunch with my aunt, my dad and my mom and my partner. And we go out to this like funky little country diner bar-esque place. It's Minnesota. There's not a lot, if you're out in the hills, which is where we were. I think we were over by like Lake Superior or something. Anyway, so this bar is like very country. There was literally like an elk head mounted on the wall. There was like a deer head. All well and good. We were eating sandwiches and stuff. So we're just kind of sitting there casually. And then this lady approaches our table. This elderly lady approaches our table. We're in the middle of a conversation and she just goes, "Meat raffle, $2 meat raffle." And I have never heard of a meat raffle. I have no idea what a meat raffle was. I've learned that what it is when a local farm or a butchery shop has an excess of meat, they'll put on a meat raffle that you can enter to basically buy an excess of meat or like win an excess of meat. But I'm from New England where I've never heard of that. So I was just so awestruck and then like really had to keep it in because I'd never heard of a meat raffle nor been offered one with absolutely no context. We just kind of stared at her and then she wandered off. And then about 10 minutes later, she came back and was like, "Meat raffle?" And we were like, no, thank you. We don't live here. We can't take home that meat. And she like gave us a weird look and left. And that was bizarre. What was even more bizarre is as soon as I stood up from that meal, my ankle was like messed up, like very sore. I was like, oh, I must have stretched it. I must have sprained it just a little bit. These things go away. I go home. I tell my mom. I tell my aunt. My mom goes, "Beth, let your aunt do her thing." And I was like, okay. And she comes over and she just sort of like waves her hands around my ankle and then like holds it at a weird angle for about 5 minutes. And I didn't know how to tell her that it was hurting me more than it was helping. But she was like, "Yeah, you won't have any pain or inflammation by tomorrow morning." And I was like, all right. So I go to bed and I wake up the next morning. It's no longer okay. It is now swollen and it hurts. But somehow it helps to wear shoes. So I'm just wearing my shoes constantly. Still convinced it wasn't a minor issue. We're like, okay, sure, no problem. Go to the wedding. It's raining. The wedding is completely outdoors, 100% outdoors. There's a dog running around. It was my cousin's dog. He just like got off the leash. He was supposed to be the ring bearer, but he got off the leash. So he was just running around. I wear heels this entire time. Go home from the wedding. My mom doesn't feel good. We get to the airport. We find out that Delta just moved our seats that we'd paid to choose. So we had to move them back. We sit in some random seat next to this guy that we saw steal at the local Starbucks.
What?
We were at the Starbucks. It's like 6 a.m. We just wanted a coffee. And I'm standing next to this guy and I'm staring at him because I recognize his avocado underpants because I'm like, he's wearing a suit jacket, basketball shorts, and his avocado underpants are sticking out. And I was like, wow, what a combo. But also, it's 6 a.m. on a Sunday. I don't give a fuck, and I'm in no position to judge. But then I saw him steal a mobile order. Like, they walked over and they said, Amanda, and they put a mobile order down, and he just picked it up and put it in his bag. And then they brought it over, and they were like, Mike, and gave him the rest of his stuff. And I was like, damn. And then, I mean, like, what do you say to that? I can't prove it wasn't his, but also it really didn't look like it was his. So he left. We were like, haha, fucking wild. Go to our flight. We're like, oh, there's avocado guy. Crazy. And we sit down and we're like, avocado guy sitting next to us.
Avocado guy is one of our biggest listeners, and he can't believe that you just narked on him.
I did. Sorry, avocado guy. Fucking, then I get home and my ankle swells up and it's worse and I can't put any pressure on it and I have to go for x-rays tomorrow. And then also my mom had COVID, so now I might have COVID. And the amount of times I tripped, injured myself, had like some weird wacky coincidence. I heard a story about a woman ripping a beaver in half, like barehanded. I heard a story about my multiple cousins entering raffles and then winning guns and then not wanting the guns and then being jealous because someone else got to trade in their gun for a cooler and they really wanted that cooler. Anyway, Minnesota, wild. Absolutely wild. As soon as we left, everything like went back to normal and now my life is boring again. But when I was there, it was like 24/7. What is happening?
First of all, I would just like to say there's a lot of thunder going on outside, so I'm so sorry. I guess it's kind of atmospheric for some of the content that we're going to be dealing with in a minute. Not now, not with Minnesota, but in a few minutes. I don't even know what to say to that. I mean, Minnesota, I was checking our downloads. Oh, wow, that's definitely getting picked up. Well, enjoy it as the atmosphere, and I'm so sorry that I couldn't stop Mother Nature for this recording. If you hear it, just know that it's part of hell. That's what we're going to go with. All right, well, on that note, 5 10 points to whoever wants to tell me what happened with Atticus last time.
Ooh.
Oh, she got demonetized.
She got permanently. They banned my account forever.
You can't make financial gains from her YouTube channel anymore.
I'm never going to be able to compound my stocks.
Why's that?
Because I died.
Oh, right. Of course.
So did Anderson.
That's what I just said. She got demonetized.
Anderson died so hard. And so did, assumedly, Nancy and, like, everyone else in town except for Lily, Rose, Boo, Phoebe, Cornelius, wait, don't tell me I got this, Suze, and Griffin. But Atticus Anderson, they, Atticus saw the hotel get blown up. She had, like, way too good of a day with that Rolls. Should have gotten kidnapped, didn't get kidnapped. Got Nancy, got Anderson, went for Michelle's help. Then we all skedaddled into the tunnels, doop-de-dooped around the tunnels until the mob started getting blown the fuck up. Nancy sacrificed herself, and it didn't, like, click with me in the moment because I was so overwhelmed with what was happening. And, like, later I was like, Nancy! But it's too late for that. So Anderson, Atticus, and Michelle go fucking tearing down the tunnel. Michelle, we're like, stay here, Michelle. It's too dangerous. Don't go in there. Atticus, Anderson, go inside the house. They're like, Atticus is like, let me actually prep for once. Let me, like, prep so we can get out of here, like, real easy so I can, like, spy on the exit. Wasted, because she fucking goes upstairs with Anderson. They find 3 robots in McGrath. They don't realize that the robots are actually just robots and not people. So they're duking it out. They're like, okay, we're going to go for it. We're going to knock this dude's oxygen mask off. We're going to kill him, this old man, and then we're just going to, like, take out these robots. We've done it before. It's fine. No. Anderson gets his fucking neck squeezed while Atticus is, like, crushed by a robot, like, 3 feet away from him. Because I believe it's the same robot. Or if it's not, then they're still pretty fucking close. Anderson gets his leg ripped off, so now he's legless. Then they just start squeezing him, so his head fucking explodes. And then they smear him in the carpet right next to Atticus, who explodes and goes absolutely insane, tries to decimate absolutely everything within, like, inches of her. If it moves, it dies, and that's her mentality. She gets fucked up, shot, burned, ripped, punched, everything's, like, it's just absolutely almost dead. She's dying on the floor within seconds, and then this person with a big floaty guy comes in. The person, genderless, screams, runs over to Atticus, cries on her a little bit, turns to Floaty, and is like, Floaty, fucking get him! So Floaty turns to McGrath, who turned into a giant fucking fire monster, by the way. Atticus blocked the gun, which was such a cool move, by the way. And then she just got pounded into the sand anyway, so it didn't even matter. He turned into a big fire monster. He's like, hey, what are you gonna do now? Floaty picks up some beams or some wood or shit and just rips that son of a bitch in half. He is assumedly also dead. But then Atticus dies and Anderson dies and they're in hell and Stolas is like, oh, a tough break, kid. And that's where it ends.
All right. Five 10 points for you, Beth.
Thanks.
I can't believe I didn't also get 10 points for saying that Atticus got demonetized.
Maybe next time you'll have the opportunity to earn some 10 points. I mean,
we're gonna get demonetized if we post this episode on YouTube.
Yeah.
You can't say die.
I know. We do post every episode on YouTube right now.
It's true.
We might stop.
Sometimes
no money off of that.
Sometimes you just think about a certain scene for almost a month straight, and then you can recite it from memory.
We don't make money. We don't make any YouTube money on This Is Normal anyway.
Yeah, it's true.
I mean, you're right. But what about our future Max?
Oh, you're right. Well, we'll make sure that we don't monetize this episode so that we don't get demonetized. Anyway, long story short, I was in the bathroom and I was like, what if there were 10 points? And I just never elaborated further on the idea in my head. So don't ask me what they do.
Oh, I know. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna use them to get what I want.
What do you mean? Hang on.
No, Max. You know what I want.
What? No. I'm saving
those. I have 10 points that I am cashing in for that specific thing that I have been begging you for months. So that's 5. I'm presuming I need 10. I'll get them next week.
10. That's a low amount for what.
It's 5. It's 5 for me. It's 5 for the other. That's how you split it. Do you not think that my beautiful rendition of last week's episode wasn't worth the thing I've been asking about? Is that what you're telling me? My effort was for nothing?
We'll talk about it.
I don't know what the thing is.
I'm sure you know what the thing is, because Beth has been gaslighting me into it.
It's not gaslighting, it's begging.
Almost as much as the dear listeners in the Discord have been gaslighting me that season 3 is going to take place in space. It's not, by the way.
That's gaslighting.
Max, I'm just going to say it. I think that is worth 10 points, and I think Beth should earn it next week.
No.
Please, I don't really want them.
We'll talk about it later. For now, it's time to get serious.
And sad.
It's time to get sad-serious.
Serious.
But in a
it's
way,
time to get serious.
But in a way that's not going to demonetize us, preferably.
Yeah.
Beth, Atticus and Anderson are wandering through hell, accompanied by Stolas. Anderson is kind of numb. He does not really seem to have fully processed the gravity of the situation. He's also stumbling a lot because he's not used to having his leg back. And Stolas is kind of trying to awkwardly make conversation and says, so, first time? Sorry, no, that's not appropriate. Nice weather. Nope, that's bad too. Sorry?
Atticus, who is probably equally stumbling next to Anderson, is just holding his hand at this point, because if either one of them have fallen over, which I'm sure one of them has, she's just going to hold his hand, okay. And I'm going to say same. Atticus is not exactly numb to the fact that they're dead, but she internally cannot stop reliving that last moment and the way that he died. And it's just grounding to hold his hand, but also it's so awful. What the fuck? They're dead. And she, to be honest, she doesn't even really hear Stolas.
Yeah, Stolas is just babbling away. He leads you through this hellish forest. The trees grow impossibly large around you. And eventually he leads you to this, it's moderately sized because Stolas is a pretty big guy. But it's not like a castle or anything. And Stolas says, "So this was a place I put together a little too late to get a lot of use out of. But you're more than welcome to stay here if you'd like."
Thank, thank you. Thank you. Seriously, Stolas, thank you.
Um, he opens the door and kind of lowers his head to enter this cabin. The ceilings are impossibly high to match your host's tall demeanor. So there's kind of like a center area, which is like a combination living room, kitchen, or what would pass for a kitchen in hell. And then at the far side of the room are these doors. There's four evenly spaced out doors. Three of them are closed, and one of them, the one all the way on the left, is like ajar, and inside you can just see like this complete and total mess of a room. Stola says, "So, any of the three doors that are closed, you can make yourself at home in and redecorate if you desire, but, the least I can offer you is, well, really what I should have offered some other people that I worked with before. But that's the past and this is the present, so make yourself at home."
Okay. Wait. Oh my. Stolas, wait. Was it just us?
Huh?
Were, is it, was it just us? Did Nancy get out? Did Tobert get out?
I'm not sure, to be honest with you. I kind of just happened to be in the area anyway because of the book and Griffin and all that. But I can certainly do a little scouting if you'd like.
Please. That would, if, I don't know if we're the only ones that, that's gonna spread to, but like, he turned into a big fire fuck right at the end there. Sorry. Uh, yes, please, if you could let us know if anyone else didn't make it.
Yeah,
Please.
sure. I'll keep my eyes for any kind of squints. Fire fuck victims.
Just victims of sins. How about that? Sorry.
Yeah, sure. Victims of sins. But and he, without really saying goodbye, he kind of just awkwardly bows out, and you and Anderson are left in the cabin.
Atticus doesn't do anything. She's frozen.
Anderson is kind of curiously poking his head into one of the rooms, and he says, "Wow, this person must have liked black and
Huh?
chainsaws."
She
Who are Stolas's friends?
wanders over to where he looks and like pokes her head in that room as well. He told me he used to work with another group like ours, back in like the 20s, 1920s that is, and I don't know, they did demon stuff. The Cores. Oh, I don't even know if you know what that is. They closed down like demon dimensions. I don't know. We started with that, and then yeah.
Man, fuck. He kind of pokes his head into another door and says, "This one's nice. Lots of books. Seems kind of tame compared to the last one. Do you want this one? You can have this one if you want."
She pokes her head in the third one, the one that he's not looking at, just to see what's in there.
It's kind of like an adventurer's dream come true. There's like a animal fur carpet and like a bunch of adventuring gear on the walls.
She walks over to the fourth one.
The fourth one is a complete fucking disaster. The bed looks like it hasn't been made in maybe 100 years. There's also like a loose toilet, kind of haphazardly placed in the middle of the room, that looks like it is definitely being used to ferment wine right now.
She closes it and says, "Okay, well, I vote flip a coin unless you really want adventure room, but that room is not sanitary."
I'll take adventure room. You can have book room.
You sure?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Um,
He walks over to the kind of like dining area, squeaks the chair out, and sits down and says, "I didn't think we were gonna lose."
I I didn't think we were gonna lose either. I'm I'm so sorry, Anderson. I never should have called you. I'm so sorry. She's like covering her mouth and trying to wipe away tears.
Hey, hey, hey! No, 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 none of that, none of that, none of that. Well, this fucking sucks.
I should have known. The fate literally told us. I don't. At least Rose and Boo got out.
Yeah, hopefully. I just feel like I just feel like we missed something.
We missed. We missed a whole cult. That third cult, that fucking Adam cult. I don't even know if he was associated with whatever was happening with Archimedes. Well, I don't even know what happened with Archimedes.
I don't. You know, it's fucking crazy. And I guess none of it matters now. But everything was fine until you got back from Sandland. And that's not to blame you. That is not to blame you, Atticus. But what the hell could have kept that kid dormant for so long?
I don't. He was up. Oh my god. Oh my god, it was us. It's us! Holy shit, it's us!
What?
Oh my god. Okay, when I first came to Sinzabo, when you first sent me here, one of the first couple of weeks after I got there, Adam came into my office and he stole some files. He used his powers on me and he stole some files, so I went after him, and that's how I met Cornelius. That's how I met Phoebe. It devolved from there, got way out of control, and eventually we just were stopping him because he was like trying to kill people and going crazy. Um, and still lost contact. It was a whole thing. So we met up with Adam, and then Phoebe killed him, and then he came back because he just wished himself out of hell, and he wished that he could see the look on our faces when we figured it out. And then we went missing for 3 years, and the minute we come back, he's back.
Yeah,
She
but
knocks a chair over.
figured what out? Whoa. What files did he take from you?
Cult something about the cult. I don't remember. I wasn't even worried about cults. I was looking into the mayor.
Yeah, I know. It's not.
But he has a cult now. He has his own cult. There was the first one, the late something order, that was Sasha's cult originally, and then she died, and then she came back, and then now she has this cult. And they weren't really doing anything. And then there was the vampires, and they had a cult, or they were a cult. They got turned into vampires. And then there's whatever the fuck Adam is, and we were so, oh god, we missed it. We totally missed it. We didn't even look, and he was right there the whole fucking time.
Well, I know it's not much of a consolation, but at least we're here and we have each other and.
Anderson,
Huh?
she grabs at her shirt really tight. She goes, I have to tell you one more thing.
Okay.
The town name change, the dissolving of the town. Do you remember when that happened?
Yeah, it's pretty hard to forget when a bunch of cultists stab their eyes out and try to murder you.
Yeah, that was not supposed to happen. But renaming the town, that was Cornelius's idea.
What?
and I knew about it, and I didn't stop him.
Wait, what? It was why?
It was Cornelius's idea
Why?
for
What? Why would he do that?
multiple reasons, but mostly because we couldn't let you make your wish.
His face drops and he looks astonished and he says, "What?"
I lied to you multiple times. I was never going to make that wish. I was going to summon Stolas, and then I was going to wish for him to break the curse on your family, so you couldn't do it. And then Cornelius had that idea, what if there was no town? And he did it, because Archimedes owed us a favor.
I don't understand. Why? What? Atticus.
Because you were going to destroy everything. You were going to destroy yourself, your family, the world. You were going insane, and you were falling apart, and I could literally see the person that you were, anything that you had left from the mob, it was dying. You were going insane, and you were scaring your wife, and I was so scared that if I didn't stop you, no one would. And I just wanted you to have a normal life. I just wanted you to be happy with your family and not dead.
Man, this is like the worst version of that story.
What?
You... He's laughing and crying, and he says, "You remember that stupid fucking Christmas story?
No.
Where the guy he shaves his head to fucking no, he sells his watch to buy his wife a comb, and his wife sells her hair to get like fucking watch batteries or something."
What? The box. I know that that the Blicky Mouse had a whole like special. What are you talking about? What do you mean?
I wanted to do it for you.
For me? Why?
You wanted out. Atticus, you wanted out of the mob. And I'm sorry if I pushed you to that, but you gotta understand, I'm the mob.
I only wanted out because it was my fault you lost your leg in the first place, and I
chose. No. I chose to save you. All right? That is not your fault.
I have always dragged you down, Anderson. I've never been able to help you. All growing up, the only reason that you were even made to be in the mob and to lead it was because I couldn't even survive in it without you. And I know that's why you did it. And why would you knock on your leg like that if you weren't trying to tell me that I had to earn my way out? Did you not blame me?
Oh no, I was pissed at you for trying to leave. Well, what the hell, Atticus? That's my life. You think you can just leave and what? Everything's fine with us? I was the mob. If you left, that's it for us. You know, I don't get to visit you on holidays. You're a liability. I'm a liability to you. Jeez. What the hell? What? Of course I was mad at you.
She looks shocked. Like, she's crying as well, but she's just, like, staring open-mouthed at him.
And so I thought, when you went missing, I was in a bad place. I'm sure you kind of figured that out. But I thought I had a chance to get out of it too. And it was a long shot. And it was insane now that I'm looking back at it, but it was possible. It was possible. And I could circumvent the circumstances of our birth. You know, I didn't want to fucking be raised in the mob, but I was. And how do I get out of it? How do I get to be with my sister? I make sure that I can't be arrested. And I just rule everything. And then there's no problems. And you don't have to go. And everything's fine. And saying it out loud in the context of everything, I will admit, that was a lot. But
I didn't want to leave you. I couldn't, after when you were in that hospital. Anderson, do you know what you sounded like when you were going over that journal? The way you were looking at it, the way you were talking, and you just lost your leg, and it was my fault. I couldn't be a burden to you anymore, so I was just going to leave. But I wasn't trying to leave you.
If you had gotten out, Atticus, I never would have seen you again. Even if that was not your intention, you need to understand that we were in it deep. There was no Christmas cards. There was no birthday calls. You know, there was none of that.
Why didn't you tell me that?
Because it's what you wanted.
I just didn't want to hurt you anymore.
He sighs and he looks around and he says, "Hey, I got good news for you."
Yeah. What's that?
None of it matters anymore.
She's crying and laughing too. And she's like, "You're right. It was really. No, it wasn't for nothing. It wasn't for nothing, because you know what? At least you got your family out of it, Rose and Boo."
Yeah, I hope so. I hope so.
That's not nothing. That's everything.
He comes up to you, punches you a little on the shoulder, and then squeezes you in a tight hug. He says, "I can't fucking believe you blamed yourself all these years."
Of course I did. I always blame myself. Anderson, I hate myself. And she cracks his back.
Ah! Jesus. Fuck. Ow. You think they have therapy here?
We should get some. We should get some health therapy.
We should get some. There's got to be some crooked therapists who aren't that bad down here.
Somewhere. Probably.
Fuck. Oh, man. I love you, Atticus. You're a fucking idiot, though.
I love you too. I love you too, Anderson. She gives him a real hug.
All right. I promise I will never passive-aggressively make you feel bad again. That's fucked up. I was mad at you, but not for the fucking leg. Not for the leg.
I'm sorry. I was so scared to tell you. I was so scared that if I'd said it out loud, you know, about how useless I felt to you forever, literally forever, it's stupid, but I was afraid you'd just throw me away. And the same thing with the wish. I wanted so badly to just tell you no. It's like, don't do it, but I couldn't. And then I swear, I will just be way more communicative from here on out.
Same. I think that's the least I can offer.
Okay, well, what? Okay, yeah, so our life on Earth, it's over. But, you know, we have, I guess, quite literally eternity here and not being tortured. So, you know, maybe we can try and start things off on a bright side. You're not in the mob anymore. You can, she like gives him a little, like a friendly shove. She's like, you can actually, you know, figure out who you are, not Anderson, the mobster, the gangster, the murderer, just Anderson.
Yeah. And hopefully, eventually, I'm sure I love Cornelius and Phoebe. I'm sure they're probably going to end up here. So that'll be something, I guess. We'll have roommates again.
Oh, well, I guess they're gonna get either chainsaw room or backed up toilet water room.
I think Cornelius should have toilet booze room.
You know what? I can almost hear him. I can almost hear him. I bet he agrees with you. I bet he would love toilet booze room.
I think he would like toilet booze room. Outside of the house, you hear this very sharp crackle. And it's not a brief crackle either. It sounds like lightning is just continually striking something outside. And Anderson says, "What the fuck is that?"
Does she like peeks her head out? Do you think how lightning just sometimes destroys things in hell? Just like casually, maybe?
So as you poke your head out, Atticus, you see about 15 feet above you is this kind of like circle broken through space itself. And on the other side, you see the sky, not the hell sky, like Earth's sky.
Is that the fucking sky? What the fuck?
Anderson runs out and he says, "Yes."
Is it reachable?
No, it's far out of reach. But Stolas actually comes back over and he says, "Hey guys, what's? Oh, that's interesting.
Is that Earth?
Yeah, that's a wow. I haven't seen one of those in a while. No, that's a real and true summoning circle.
Someone summoning you?
Oh, I hope so. Hang on a second. Let me go see what this is about." And Stolas peeks through the top of the circle and says, "Hey there! Oh, you I know, you I don't. Hello."
Atticus like wanders over and also pokes her head into the summoning circle.
You cannot poke your head into the summoning circle. It is like 15 feet off the ground.
I start flapping.
Stola says, "What's that?" Hang on, I'll tell her. I don't know who this is. They're wondering if you're okay.
Me personally, I tell them I'm dead.
She's dead. Yeah, but like, are you good?
Yeah, I'm fine otherwise. Anderson's here, and he's also fine.
Yeah, she's fine otherwise. Wait, what? What the hell is... Where did you get that? Oh, this is bad. Oh, this is really bad. You two should run.
Me and Anderson?
So I was like, yes, go, get out of here.
I grab his hand, I start running.
As you start running, more and more circles start to appear in the sky above you.
Ooh, I run into the house.
And as you run into the house, you are overcome by this brilliant, blinding white light. And you wake up.
Oh, fuck.
You wake up in your bed at home. Your head is pounding. And like a dream, your memory starts to fade. It's very blurry. It does not feel real. But you're normal. Seems like a normal Wednesday afternoon. You're gonna be late for work if you don't get out of bed soon. And you have a meeting with Archimedes McGrath in a few days.
I don't remember, but all I can remember is something about Anderson, feeling a bad feeling about Anderson. So as she gets up, she calls him.
He says, "Hi, good morning.
Hey, are you okay?"
My head is fucking killing me."
Mine too, but I just had this weird, bad feeling about you. You're okay otherwise?
Yeah, no, I'm fine. I'm good. I'm fine. Yeah,
Oh,
must be some
okay.
fucking weird twin shit or something. I'm gonna go. I don't think I have to be here for a while. We're gonna go back to bed.
Okay, you can have the rest of my headache. Here, I'll give it to you. Bye-bye. He
Oh,
hangs up.
thanks. And he hangs out. Do you get out of bed and head to your kitchen?
Yeah, she's shakes off the weird feeling that she's forgetting something because who knows what that is, and just goes into her kitchen, starts getting ready for the day.
Yeah, so you see Phoebe in the kitchen. She's sitting down and eating a bowl of cereal, and she looks up as you walk in and says,
Man, you look like hell.
and that's where we're
Thanks.
gonna leave things for today.
Oh, thanks, bitch.
When she says specifically that you look like hell.
Uh-oh, sisters.
This is wild. This is, I mean, for the audience, I mean, this is gonna sound like a complete nothing burger, but it has literally been over a month since the last time we recorded.
That's fucking crazy.
And then
It's way too long.
And then after this, after what you guys are about to hear in this episode, we're actually going to go back to the past and do the Halloween special right after this, which came out a month ago. Because schedules, and I had it all worked out in my head. And then this, Mark, I can totally cut this if you want me to. Do you want to talk about what the hell happened?
I mean, we can talk about what happened. I don't really mind.
Yeah. I mean, if you want to.
I mean, yeah, we had to take a pretty long break because I actually had an apartment fire. My house burned down. But yeah, we're all good here. Everybody's all good.
And literally, thank God for that. So now we're back, and you know what's even weirder now that I'm just thinking out loud? Because, okay, so we did the last episode, which just had or the part of this episode we did 2 weeks ago with just Beth, and then
Hi.
now we're here doing the first part of the episode 2 weeks later, and then Halloween, which comes out a month before anyone actually listens to this. Also, Beth, your Halloween art looks fantastic.
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, I just so I'm getting flats down so I can send it to Will, but I wanted to slap that in there and not got it just yet. But literally, what was it? I had something to bounce you off of. Oh yeah,
Oh.
no, it's fine because time travel is canon in this show, so it's fine.
It's true. It's true. Time travel is canon, and we are exploring that today. Hello, everyone. It is Max here for your regularly scheduled ad break. What is up? Thank you so much for listening to the Mostest Dangerous Game Part 5. Are you quaking in your boots yet? Thank you to Will for editing this one. I actually don't remember which order the two clips we have go in. So I'm hoping either way you might be quaking or you might be really enjoying yourself, you know? I hope you're enjoying yourself. Anyway, this is like the halfway point for the Mostest Dangerous Game. We still got a few more weeks. And that means the next one is going to come out December 12th on Patreon and December 19th everywhere else. That's wild. Where's December gone? Merry December, I suppose. This arc is wild and wonderful, and I really hope you're enjoying it. I also want to say thank you if you came to the live stream. That for patrons, depending on when you're listening to this, hasn't happened yet. But if you did show up, thank you so much for celebrating 5 years with us. That episode is going to be available at some point. If you missed it, and it's our first live streamed adventure, so it's gonna be it's fun. I'm sure it was I'm sure it was a good time, even though when I'm recording this it hasn't happened yet. Hey, you know who else might have fun are your friends. Please tell your friends about This Isn't Normal. We are getting closer and closer to the end of season 2. It's gonna be here before we know it. And I would love if we got some more people to come along for the ride. You know, I don't think it's a surprise to anyone when I say that we are a small show, and I'm very grateful for that. I'm grateful for the absolutely wonderful community that we have. And in the same breath, get your friends to listen. I'm looking at you, Jacob. I think you've been slacking. I don't know if we have a listener named Jacob, so I apologize if I've directly called out someone. I don't know if you're out there. And you can follow us on social media. That was a great segue. That segue was fantastic. We are on Twitter at TIN_cast if you still use Twitter. We are on Tumblr at TIN-cast if you still use Tumblr. And we're on TikTok at TinCastTalk. That you might actually have still. What are people doing with social media these days? How's Mastodon working out? That's something that I feel like I'm dating myself now saying. So I can't imagine how this is going to sound in like 6 months or maybe even a month. I don't know. Let me know what you're using. Genuine moment of serious conversation. Let us know what you're using for social media, and we can see if that's something that we can work into our routine. Hey, we are a small show, and the funding that keeps us running every month comes from you guys at patreon.com/tincast. So if that's something you're interested in, swing on over there. We have 2 wonderful tiers. For $5 a month, you get access to every single episode a week early, except for holiday specials. And I feel like a bonus that I don't usually talk about is that you also get access to our Patreon exclusive Discord channel, which if you use Discord is pretty cool. And it's a private channel, and we talk about the latest Patreon episode and a whole bunch of other shenanigans. So it's great. It's really nice. And then for $10 a month, we thank you each and every week during this portion of the show. That's why it's time to thank Mango, Amanda Krondar, Morgan Wolbrandt, Emily Laderna, and Smarties for their continued support of the show. Thank you guys. Happy December to you specifically. Yes, that's right. Happy December. Thank you. To be honest with you, I have a huge day tomorrow. There are some very wonderful, exciting things happening that you might even hear about or maybe even know about, depending on when you're listening to this, for us as a cast. So all good Maxes are getting tucked into bed for a big day tomorrow. So I think we're just gonna cut it short. We're gonna leave this one. It's already a longer episode anyway. So basically, you're welcome. Anyway, let's get back into the madness. Catch us next week for the Mostest Dangerous Game Part 6. And tell your friends, drink lots of water. Give your dog a little kiss on the top of the head for us, would you? All right, take care. Goodbye. So, Mark and Will, welcome back. I'm going to 50 10 points. 50 10 points to whoever can tell me what happened with you guys last time.
We drove off in...
Yeah.
Man, Mark's going to get the 10 points this time.
Mark's going to get the 10 points.
Quick, Mark. When you get the 10 points, you have to give them to Beth.
Okay.
I gave a stunning rendition last week, like perfect word for word, exactly what happened to Atticus, almost exactly. I got 5 10 points.
Oh,
5.
Okay. I gotta. I was gonna be a little silly boy, but I guess I gotta actually give a good description. I didn't remember until literally the 10 points came up, and then I was like, oh man, there's an incentive. So yeah, I think this is what happened last episode. We beat up those robot dudes, and then we got out of the enclosure. We walked around for a little while, found the estate, and we went into the estate, and everything was like all decrepit and bleh, you know.
Yeah.
and then and then we walked over some dead bodies that were probably our best friend, which is fine. It's not traumatizing at all. And then we found a car and drove to the city.
Do you remember why you're driving to the city?
To look for people?
No,
Or
to time
or
travel.
Oh, to time. That's right. To get to the place with the thing where we were once as different people.
Yeah. And when you were when you were different people
In a different life.
in a in a much different life. Yeah, and we're gonna actually, by the way, for the first time I think all season, I think it'll be relevant. I actually have a little bit of prep work prepared for this.
Wow.
Oh, shit.
There's a little bit of stuff that I have, like, that I wrote out literally a month ago for this episode, for this part of the episode.
Damn, Max, you actually, like, not tried, that's the wrong word, but, like, prepare.
I did do some preparation. Yes. And we'll see how much of it becomes available. But yeah, so we're gonna pick up you, Phoebe, Cornelius are driving with Suze and Griffin westward, away from Sinzaba towards New York City. And the more you drive, the more you realize there's just nobody. There is nothing. There are no people, no cats, no dogs, birds, bugs. Nothing living crosses your path. And Suze, who seems to be like kind of nervous about this whole thing, says, so like, how far in the future do you think we are? I'm guessing like 300 years.
I'm gonna upstage you and not answer this question.
What?
Wow. That's a brave route.
What?
So, I'm unconcerned. It's not real.
It is real. We're dealing with this right now.
No. We're
I'm
gonna
with
go.
Cornelius on this one.
You told me there's time travel. And if there's time travel, that means that we're just gonna go back into the past, and this is gonna undo. It's gonna be a little backspace, and it's not gonna be. So I'm not internalizing this. We're not here.
Well, okay, so we should probably talk a little bit about time travel, because I'm sure you guys have a lot of questions.
Now, I do have a lot of questions. I don't think I'm mentally prepared for any of them to have answers. So I think I won't ask anything, but I will maybe half listen if other people ask.
Oh my god. Okay, well, first of all, I don't think you two can do any of the time traveling. When I was kidnapped to go back to the past, I have something special in me. It allows my molecules to literally be disassembled and reassembled. So unless you two have any experience with having every molecule in your body disassembled and reassembled somewhere else, I think you're going to stay here.
I mean, does travel to a demonic realm, or even possibly a man-made pocket dimension count? Because I think at least me and Phoebe do then.
Wait, what?
Griffin, have you ever been to Cornutopia?
Griffin is like, no, I never, no.
Damn, that's disappointing. Not as like a business owner. Like, as a business owner, I completely understand. It's not everyone's taste. But as a situation goes, I think only Griffin has maybe not been to another place by atomic dismemberment. Is that what you said?
Well, yeah. I mean, it literally, the travel, it takes your molecules and it puts them backwards in space-time to where things were. Oh my god, if you guys have... Wow, this changes a lot of things. Uh, wow, you guys have had some pretty crazy experiences, huh?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, me too. Me too. There was a lot of cool cats that, I met on my adventure. There was this one guy, he lived in an elevator. He had like 5,000 kids. His name was Snoop Bonnie Donnie. Oh my god, classic character.
Oh my god, I know that dude. He's
Snoop
great.
Bonnie Donnie.
What?
He's a bartender now.
What?
Yeah.
That's no, that's not possible.
No, it is possible. I think you fucked him up by meeting him.
What?
Yeah,
I don't
you
know.
kind of fucked him over.
There was like some new people the last couple times we went to this like interdimensional place that was the place I was trying to take us to before. But that doesn't exist now, I guess. But it's like people who fucked up the timeline or whatever, or like defied fate. They're just kind of all there. Yeah, I know that guy. He's like kind of fucking bonkers.
Yeah, he is a little bonkers. Cool. Yeah, so well, there was this other guy. His name was Chicken Richard. He was a real character. I tell you, just a real guy.
We went missing for a few years, and he was living in my house with like 1 billion cockroaches.
What the fuck do you mean he was living in your house?
I came home and he was living in my. I don't know what you want from me. Like, did you bring everyone home with you?
Wait, is that the guy that I sent on a goose hunt for his twin?
Yeah.
Oh,
you
good guy.
What?
Who else did you bring back with you?
Who the fuck are you people?
I'm just a fucking guy. I don't know what you want from me.
Oh my god. All right. Well, all right. So somehow you have experienced everything that I have been through, and I guess more. So that's really cool. Maybe I don't even need to tell you about time travel, because you've basically done that too.
I mean, we've never time traveled before. Why did you time travel in the first place? How did you do that in the first place? What did they say that you had that allowed you to do that? Because we've been to other dimensions. Were you a dimension traveler?
No, I apparently I was born with it. I don't know. Apparently it's something that a small group of people can do, and I was one of them. So they sent me back to try and keep a guy alive, but we ended up killing him. I think I told you about this with a spoon. It was a lot. So let's look back to time travel. Because I guess you can do it now, and that's something. So basically, we're going to send almost all of your molecules back, but you still need a piece of you here in the technical present to be tethered. So when we did it, it was like our pinky finger or pinky toe. I don't remember. Probably pinky finger. So there's going to be it's painless. I promise it's painless. There's just going to be a very small piece of you, left here when we go back. And then I don't know. When I did it, we went back almost 100 years. This is something completely different. We're going back to a time period where you are still around. I never had to deal with anything like that. I have no idea what that means.
Do we have to leave a tether? What's the point of that?
It's so when you go back, it's limited, it's temporary. It lasts about a week. And then you are reassembled back where you were, and the tether helps your molecules know where to go.
What if I just don't do that though?
Listen, man, I'm not going to reverse engineer this. We're going to have to go off whatever the government has.
Cornelius squints.
I am on your side. I want to undo this as much as you do.
No, I believe you. I just don't respect the government.
Yeah, me neither. We're literally going to crash a secret government facility to go back in time.
Mm-hmm. All right, well, does this car have gas?
Yeah,
I'm-
it's
I-
it's
How much
getting you where
gas
you
is
need to go.
Okay.
It
I was gonna
doesn't.
say, what if we just run out of gas on the way there? That'd be so funny.
No, you're fine.
Oh, you guys, we have to find another car.
No, so actually, it's so strange because again, it is completely empty, completely uneventful. Your whole trip is just like the smoothest ride imaginable. No traffic, no nothing. You guys arrive in New York City without a single obstacle. And I know that sounds like a bad adventure. I know that is not very exciting for travel, but there is literally nothing.
Beth sending a message. Who the fuck killed all life on Earth?
Roger. Mark says Roger did it.
He wanted to find his twin so bad. Well, I guess can I like fiddle with the radio, see if there's any radio stations as we go to the city?
Yeah, you're fiddling.
I feel like Cornelius would be going insane just listening to Phoebe, Suze, and fucking Griffin chatting it up.
Well, that's the wild thing. There are no radio stations either. There is absolute static on every single frequency.
Even including a special radio frequency that Cornelius wouldn't know?
Especially including a secret radio frequency that Cornelius wouldn't know.
Aw, dang.
Oh,
Well,
man.
It is
that's
just
unfortunate.
total static. And Suze directs you to outside of a fairly inconspicuous looking building. And she says, all right, I don't know if the government is still hanging out here, especially if it's been like 300 years, but we need to be very careful.
I mean, we literally didn't even get dead bugs on the windshield, so like, I don't think we have to really worry about anyone being in here. That's just my opinion, though.
Well, I'm still gonna, if this was a role-playing game, I'd roll for stealth.
I mean, if this was a role-playing game, I guess I could do that too.
Great.
Let's see the dice.
Phoebe got a hard success.
Hell yeah.
Where's Cornelius? Come here, Mr. Miller.
I found him.
Cornelius did not pass that.
Okay. So, great. Here's what happens. Phoebe and Griffin, the Ballos are the sneakiest of sneakersons. Now, Suze is going to lead you over to a flight of stairs that leads down into some unknown chamber. Cornelius, you bump into her, and you accidentally push her down the stairs.
Oh no!
Oh, no.
Suze starts screaming. She is hitting every step. Her body is tumbling. She is going to take 6 points of damage. Yeah, her leg's broken. She fumbled. So at the bottom of the stairs, Suze is holding her twisted leg, and she says, "Oh."
Does anybody know doctor?
There are no doctors. Oh, can you guys help me up?
Cornelius is going through every stage of grief. But he does go down the stairs after her and help her up.
Okay. Yeah, she kind of hops up on one leg, and with an arm around you says, "Okay, bad news bears, guys. I don't think I'm gonna be able to do this."
What are you talking about? You'll definitely be able to do this. It's gonna be fine.
You oh my god, you guys are gonna have to be the ones who go back.
How do we time travel?
I can probably Get the machine back up.
You're fine.
Dude,
We can fix
I-
the
can I-
leg.
Can I take a peek around for like a rolly chair for her first of all?
Yeah, at the bottom of the stairs is like a receptionist desk where you can grab a rolly chair.
All right, I'm putting her in this MF chair. I'm additionally looking for maybe something firm, and I'm gonna do a first aid. Which unless I literally fumble the bag on this, she's getting assistance from. So
Okay.
I'll tell you how good I do. Oh my fucking god. The way that I was literally 1 point away from fumbling that. It's okay though, because I have 100 in first aid.
So what did you get?
I got a 97.
Oh my god. All right. Well, thanks to Cornelius's incredible first aid. Who said? Someone in the Discord said we didn't have a healer. We have a healer. It's Cornelius. Cornelius just forgets that he can be a healer. All right. So, what do you want to do?
I'm looking for maybe something firm and lengthed. I'd say maybe a destroyed bench, but Cornelius has learned from the last time with ripping apart benches that you might just fall on it and impale yourself, and none of us can afford that right now. There is no healthcare in the future where everyone is dead. So maybe just like, oh, I don't know, like a desk leg or something that is not gonna be in it, or like.
How about here's what I'll give you. There's an office tomato plant, and it has like one of those sticks in it that they use to keep the tomatoes growing upright.
Wow, thank God. I'm also looking for I guess fabric.
I'm not gonna give you any fabric. I don't know.
All right.
You're in like an office.
You know what? Fuck it. I'll use my whole ass shirt because I'm going back in time, and I'll just go to my house and get another one.
Cornelius, do you rip off your shirt?
Well, I mean, I take it off.
Oh,
I don't have
okay.
to rip it off. My goodness.
My goodness.
My goodness. It's a fucking button up. I unbutton my shirt and I wrap it around her leg with this stick for support.
Okay.
And I give her a little kiss on the knee to make her feel better. No, it's gentle. It's so gentle.
Okay. She says, I can't go.
I know.
It's gotta be you two.
Well, on the bright side, you'll have Griffin already.
Griffin like awkwardly waves, and Susie's like, great. Griffin. Good old Griffin. All right, come with me. Let's get down to the facility. And she.
If we, the interesting thing that you can ponder on, is that after a week, if we fix the timeline, this reality just won't exist? Question mark. So.
Yeah, I mean, I think there is only one timeline. So, if you guys can undo this, then yeah, my leg will be healed. Follow me, come on, let's go. And she wheels down the hallway into this gigantic room with these pods, and she kind of wheels not over to the pods themselves, but to a computer nearby, and she says, oh, come on, you fucker, I can get into this. And with a press, she says, you fucking idiot. Okay, good news, got in. Password was Oma. Fucking Brent. Fucking piece of shit.
Wow.
Okay, are I can get in, but are either of you good at computers?
No.
Laughs in computer.
How do you laugh in computer? What is that? Can you give me a little nod?
100101.
Phoebe laughs, but it sounds like a character from Blundertale is speaking.
Hey. So Sue says, "Oh, good. I think that I'm gonna let you take a crack at this. See if you can mess around, maybe get you guys calibrated to where you want to go or dig something up. And this is where my little bit of preparedness comes in. Now, I have some information here. That I'm looking at on my screen. And depending on how well you do on this roll, Phoebe, will determine how much of this information I pass along.
Oh, man. All right, well, don't put all the pressure on me, Max.
There's a lot of pressure on this roll.
All right, thanks.
Don't fail it.
I really, really, really appreciate that. The good news is, though, that I did get a hard success.
A hard success. Okay. All right. So that's gonna get you most of this, actually.
Oh, most of the information? I'll take it.
It's gonna get you a pretty good chunk. So Phoebe, as you are playing around in the file structure, you find a series of logs. And I'm going to send what you're able to collect.
Oh my goodness. Should Phoebe read all of this information out loud?
If you guys want to take turns, you can.
It's like, I love that. Get some good teamwork in.
Yeah.
All right. Phoebe calls everybody over and she's like, all right, guys, we got a group assignment here. I uncovered a good amount of information, so I'm gonna need some help. I can't read that well.
I understand. Reading is hard. Well, why don't you start it off and then we'll go round robin.
Okay. So I'll start with the first date. November 10th, 2022. Documentation for a trip scheduled for November 11th, 2022. All resources have been diverted from RH to focus on restoring humanity. Approximate losses cannot be estimated properly. There are no bodies to count. We are not sure how many tries we can get, but we have pinpointed the approximate location of Earth 3 months prior. The lab is finalizing the matrix for transport. Sue and Todd are prepping. We have no clue what sort of consequences they may encounter traveling back to a time period they exist in. Best bet, since their bodies will be tethered here, their molecules should still exist in both places, though we suspect close proximity of any kind may have lasting and devastating effects. The team is prepping the recruits for extreme caution.
All right, now you can go, Cornelius.
This next one's kind of short. Do you want me to read?
Yeah, you can do the next two.
It's got the updates with it.
Yeah.
I'll do both of the updates.
Okay.
Trip has been postponed. Todd called in sick. Said he had to go play Starfield. How do you even get Starfield? Engineering is panicking. Update 3 p.m. Starfield did not release today. Over half the world is missing, and apparently it was postponed. Todd has fled. We have no idea of his current whereabouts. Harold from R&D has proper molecular support to handle the travel. We suspect he will have to make the jump tonight. Update 11:47 p.m. Sue and Harold have made the jump. They have been prepped as much as possible given the circumstances. We can only pray they are able to identify and eliminate the threat before it begins. Given the limited time and scale of deployment, our hope is to return with some information and prepare for a second test. We'll need to wait.
Okay, this next one is 3 days later, 11:14.
Yeah.
Harold's remaining digit has disintegrated. Polly noticed it first. It's gone. We cannot check on the current status of Harold, but we suspect he will not return. 11/18/2022. Sue is back. Harold's remains came with her. A mess, a globby, disgusting mess. Getting debriefing now. Phoebe, can you read this last one, please?
Yup. November 19th, 22. Harold panicked, bumped into his past self, spilled too much, altered his own future, collapsed in on himself. Stu is more careful. After incident, made sure her present self remained unaware, investigating ethics and restrictions on bringing knockout gas for future trips. Recommendation: temporarily eliminate present self to avoid total collapse of future self. Wow. Time travel, sounds like risky business, guys.
Cornelius looks mortified and sick.
Okay, so you can, if this is correct, if the timeline is still here, even if you won't be here, it's fucked. you guys are going to have to destroy this entire timeline without doing anything first that is going to compromise you getting here. Okay.
Sounds like a lot of brain work.
I don't know. This is way worse than when I had to go back. Especially if you guys are there. Fuck. The last thing you should do is get Griffin and I out from wherever the hell we are in 2022. Because even if something else happens, we still need to be here. So make sure. Oh my god. You cannot set us free until you know that this timeline cannot possibly exist anymore. And it sounds like whatever you do, it's not a good idea to get involved with your past selves at all.
When we can choose whenever we want to go to?
Within a certain time, I don't know. I've never used this thing before. I'm gonna do my best to pick up a good point. It seems like they have one for August-ish. From their last trip. The system's recharged. That means it's been at least 6 months since November 2022. I don't know where this is going to send you back.
Okay.
Do you, I know that, oh my god. Is there, oh, Jesus fucking Christ, my leg. Okay, why don't you guys get in the pods? I will initiate the sequence. What do you guys want to leave behind?
You said you only need to leave like a finger or
Yeah.
something? Cornelius looks at his shaking hands. I guess I'll leave a pinky.
Okay. Phoebe,
Can I leave something other than a digit?
what on earth could you want to leave behind?
Like a belly button.
Phoebe?
A belly?
Listen, okay, I would rather have all 10 fingers.
But not a belly. I have no idea what that's going to do to your system.
What do you mean? It's a belly button. I mean, all right.
There's just going to be a hole in your... It's already a hole. It's already not there.
Shit. An ear?
You want to leave an ear behind?
I'll Van Gogh it.
You're going to Van Gogh it?
Nah, yeah, I'll leave behind like a ring finger.
A ring finger. Okay.
Phoebe says, I am not getting tempted to get married when I'm only back in town for 1 week.
There's not going to be any marriage in this household this week. Fantastic. Do you guys get in the pods?
Yeah.
Wait, I have to say goodbye to my brother.
Oh,
Can't
yeah.
go for it.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, Griffin
right.
Griffin comes up and gives you a big hug. And he says, I feel like I just got you again.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully I'll be right back, but if I'm not, just, I'm sorry for leaving for 3 years. And I love you.
I love you too. Please come back.
I'll do my best. And I've got Cornelius, and that's all we need.
Yeah. Suze is like, I am filled with confidence right now. This is gonna go well.
Yeah, and she gives Griffin a big hug, and then she goes into the pod.
All right. Cornelius, you also go into the pod?
Yeah.
All right. So Griffin helps seal you in, and Suze calls out from the other side, and she says, okay, so remember, You're gonna need to stop whatever's doing this. Hopefully, eliminate whatever got you here in the first place, and preferably rescue us too, would be really good. So, any final thoughts from whatever year we're in?
Yeah, just a quick. Yeah, hold on. Sorry, let me get my muffled voice on. Yeah, just a quick question.
Yeah, what's up?
Are we gonna like? Are Cornelius and I gonna end up in like the same spot?
Yeah, I don't know if they refined this any since I did this, but I ended up in Bridgeport.
Okay, that's okay. That's good. That's good. All right, cool.
Okay, I'm gonna hit the button now.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye. And she presses a button, and the two of you are zooped into nothingness. The two of you see each other floating completely butt-ass naked in a black void, and something catches your eye, or rather, an eye catches you. A gigantic eyeball opens up, this huge orange pupil, and it looks at you, and it kind of squints, looking back and forth, taking in every inch of you. And it's kind of hard to tell, but it looks like this eye almost rolls in frustration, like you have upset whatever beast this is. And the eye turns, and with it, a dark shape that, reflecting off the light by the eye, almost looks like a big turtle. And the force from this turn pushes you back further into the void until everyone makes a dex throw.
Yay! I give a wave to that turtle as it's rolling away from us.
All right. Tempest is not happy that you're messing with the flow of time.
Well, I'm not happy either, you know?
I'd say we're all pretty
No one
happy.
here is happy. I do think I'm thrilled to be in the wasteland of the future.
Yeah, go ahead and roll dex for me. And also roll luck. Roll luck and dex.
Ha, heck. All right. Did get a success on dex. Also success on luck.
Sweet.
What the fuck is luck?
It's up at the top.
I found it. Well, I rolled an extreme success for dex, and then I did not win luck.
You did not win luck.
I did not win luck.
All right. So, Phoebe, you are rattled back into reality by a dock. The salt in the sea air gets in your nose. Cornelius, with a pass on dex and a failure on luck, you do a 10 out of 10 dive into the ocean. It
Nice.
is
Phoebe holds up a sign that says 7.
Do you pull yourself out of the water onto the dock?
Yeah.
Next to you, you hear a man go, "Oh my God, not you guys again."
Huh?
What?
You look over and you see the captain of the boat that took you to Brinkley Island 3 years ago. And he says, "I knew I'd see you troublemakers again."
I'm so sorry. I don't have pants on.
Why? Yes, I know. Are you? What is this? Some sort of display of public indecency? You two were always trouble.
I was robbed.
Hey.
We were both robbed.
You were robbed.
Could you possibly spare some pants for some rapscallion youths who are pantsless?
Can you roll
Please,
persuasion?
God. Yes. Oh, I just barely passed that.
Oh my God! All right, the captain shakes his head and he says, "You two troublemakers! You're lucky. I always keep some spare captain pants lying around. I'll just go down below deck." And he mutters and descends below the ship.
hope he gets some shirts too.
Cornelius,
mean-
do you want to do the line that you've been talking about for literally weeks?
Yeah, so while we're waiting for the captain, Cornelius has in fact been covering himself. But he leans into Phoebe and he says, "So now this, you don't have to answer this. But did you lose anything else other than what you left behind a finger?"
Yeah, Phoebe looks at her hand. She's like, "Yeah, a finger. What? I don't know."
Damn, dude, my dick fell off.
Damn. Damn.
I'm kidding. I never had one of those. It's fine. Don't even worry about it.
Phoebe's like, she's like, actually like, oh my god, thank God.
Pranked. Just kidding. We find out weeks from now that Phoebe actually lost a kidney in the time travel.
Oh my god. Oh, Sue stole Phoebe's kidney. She needed an extra kidney. The captain comes back up and he throws some pants and shirts at you and he says, Get out of here, you crazy kids. I'm never doing you a favor again. Don't you ever come back to my dock."
Thank you so much. We will never ever see you again, hopefully. I'm so sorry.
Yes, thank
Cornelius
you.
puts the pants on and starts fucking running.
Phoebe, yeah, she puts the pants, and also she's definitely gonna put the shirt on because she doesn't want her chest exposed.
Yeah, definitely.
Cornelius actually stops running for a second and yells down the dock, Hey, what's today's date?
Well, today is insert the date here. That was approximately 3 days before your meeting with Archimedes McGrath.
Oh,
Sweet,
thank God.
thanks.
Okay.
Damn, that means we're still around here somewhere. Fuck.
What were we doing 3 days before everything went down?
Was I still a vampire 3 days before this happened?
No, I think you're fine. I think you got your
blend
cure.
together.
What the fuck do we do? Where can we go?
Well,
We should. Oh, I'm sorry, Max.
no. Go ahead, please.
Oh, I was just gonna say we should probably go somewhere where we're not going to be.
It's been like a minute since we've been at the Red Velvet. Like the current us now has been to the Red Velvet, right? We could go there.
Really? I mean, yeah, I
Like,
guess. And
right?
also, like, maybe listen, like I said, the days blend together. We could definitely. You know what? Yeah, let's go.
All right. So you two start heading off towards the Red Velvet Lounge and Casino, having reset the timeline. And here's the part where I tell you guys what you choose to do next. It's entirely up to you. I do not have a single thing planned. It is
Thank
going to be
goodness.
up to you guys to figure out what you want to do, how you want to restore the timeline, how you're going to get Atticus back involved. I leave all of it to you.
Wow, I'm so glad because I definitely have every idea as to what to do.
I've got some ideas, so don't even worry. I've got you
God.
covered.
Yeah, maybe you can make use of your secret Discord that I'm not a part of.
That hasn't even been touched since the mayor thing.
Well,
It just kind of exists in a folder of Discord servers that I have now.
amazing. All right, well, everyone, enjoy. I think technically we're going to cut to Atticus's part of this, Atticus's next part. But actually, the cast is now going to hop to Halloween. So, oh boy.
left monitor wearing giant orange sunglasses and doing the rock out signal. And then on the left, the right, there's a man in a suit and a very bad gray wig, pulling a disgusted face, holding a banana like a gun, pointed at the old woman.
What the fuck?
He's going to kill her.
Oh my god, no. Oh my god.
YouTube, I live off you. I pay my rent with YouTube.
Oh my
god. Don't tell my
after these
partner.
episodes, you don't.
If you pay your rent with This Isn't Normal's YouTube monetization money, which by the way, it's not monetized at all. I got bad news for you. It's $0.
Do you think Larry, my landlord, would accept 10 points as rent payment?
No, but I think Barry, your
Absolutely
landlord,
not.
might. Shit, let me convince him to change his name to Barry, which both of those are fake names, but I'll bet he'll do it.
You're right. It's Terry.
Oh my god, no,
Wait,
please, you're
hang on.
doxing him.
Wait,
It's
is
actually
it?
Jerry.
Oh, Jerry.
It's Blairy. Anyway,
Garrett. Blairy.
it's Blairy. Will or me cut whatever Beth's landlord's real name is.
I don't think it's in there, but we can cut that bit, yeah.